The storm raged outside, battering the windows of the tiny semi-detached house on Renfield Lane. Rain came in furious sheets, rattling the panes. Thunder shivered the glass. Inside, Helen drew her cardigan tighter around her shoulders, her eyes fixed on the flickering television. The air smelled faintly of damp and burnt dust from the old gas fire sputtering in the corner. It was Halloween, and the late-night horror marathon was in full swing. Shadows curled and crept with each flash from the film's haunted manor. Helen's own reflection glimmered on the bay window behind the telly, slender, dark-haired, pale beneath the living room's shaky lamp. She jumped at the sudden shrill ring of a landline, only for it to quiet. Wrong number, probably, or pranksters reveling in a night of mischief. Helen ignored it, focusing on the film's heroine creeping down a grand staircase, storm echoing her own reality. The first knock came at precisely midnight, a sharp, deliberate rapping, 3 times. Knock, knock, knock. Helen turned down the television, listening. The winds howl, the rains patter, her own staccato heartbeat. Again, knock, knock, knock. She approached the front door, footsteps muffled by the old tartan rug. Peering through the frosted glass, she could make out a vague shape, tall, unmoving. She hesitated. "Who's there?" Her voice trembled, thinner than she'd like. No answer, just the wind whistling. She unlocked the door but kept the chain set. "Hello?" Silence. Lightning flashed, illuminating an empty street. No one stood at the doorstep, not even footprints in the pooling water. Helen closed the door quickly, shivering. She tried to settle back in, but the tension wormed inside her. The storm intensified. The heroine on the screen screamed, mirrored by another, sharper knock, louder this time. Knock, knock, knock. Helen shot to her feet, pulse racing. Again she looked. There was nothing, not a soul. But when lightning arced overhead, a shadow darted across the hallway mirror, gone in an eye blink. Heart thumping, Helen checked each room, calling for reassurance. "Is anyone there?" Only the ticking of the kitchen clock replied. She returned to the lounge. The television had gone to static. Helen's reflection flickered pale and wild-eyed in the blank screen. Another knock directly behind her, within the house. Knock, knock, knock. She spun round. The thin wall dividing lounge from understairs cupboard shuddered, as if something trapped within was desperate to get out. The doorknob rattled, the lock groaning under an impossible strain. Backing into the hall, Helen groped for her mobile. No signal. The landline was dead. The knocking grew, faster, frenzied. Wood splintered. The cupboard door burst open, but there was no draft, no vermin. Only a single, sodden handprint smeared on the inside panel, far too large to be human. Outside, the storm screamed. A hollow voice drifted up from beneath the floorboards, barely louder than the wind.